Alright guys, so I'm finally coming around to recording this unit that was absolutely painful to pull, but we're here nonetheless. So we're here to record a showcase of UI Goku. I obviously only have him at 55%. I did not link leveled him at all yet, just because I want to see how he is just at base, and then we'll go from there. So I'm not really sure what team I'm exactly going to use throughout this video, but for the very first run, I am probably going to use, I think like this might just straight up be the best team in the game, is this team right here. Another variation I guess you could do is you could literally just swap Beast Gohan and UI Goku, like for leaders, so that way you can have double Beast Gohan. Um, I think double Beast Gohan might simply just work better just because UI Goku's transformation, as we all know, is a domain, and you know when you have a domain transformation, only one of the units can transform. As of right now, they did say that there is supposed to be a domain rework during Worldwide, so if that rework allows multiple units to transform, double UI Goku might end up being better. Who knows? But we'll go ahead and jump in with this first team. I'll probably jump in against, trying to think, because I need to get a fight that will last. So I think I'll jump in against Gogeta first, see how that goes, and then if we simply steamroll, because my biggest worry right now is we're gonna steamroll the event and we won't even get UI Goku to transform. But if that happens, we'll just jump back into a different event, and I'll probably just run a weaker team just so that way we can get him to transform. So I'll go ahead and cut, and we'll be back when we jump in. Okay, I will say, dude, that intro is absolute fire. Like, that is one of the best intros they probably could have ever given him. So, okay. Let's see, so what are our rotations like? So, I'll try to go through UI Goku quickly as we go through this video, but this might just end up being a longer video because this is kind of a intricate unit. Does he link better with... I assume he links better with them, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, way better. Okay, so we'll go and do this as a rotation. So, UI Goku. My biggest gripe with him is his transformation. Mainly because they gave him the transformation condition of fifth turn from first appearance. Now, it is good that we did get this UI Goku on turn 1, so this means this UI Goku will be able to transform on turn 5. Now, my other UI, well, this is the friend UI Goku, the other UI Goku, which is mine, since we got him in turn 2, he's not, I mean, like, he would be able to transform on turn 6, but since we're most likely going to transform this one on turn 5, that UI Goku is basically not going to be able to transform this fight, because, you know, once you transform one UI Goku, you cannot transform the other one. I guess one good-ish thing about this UI is his dodge chance is, not, like, it's not bound by, like, a turn restriction, so he does lose a bunch of stats, by the time you know, need to transform him, but at the very least, he'll still have his dodge chance, so as long as he dodges, you'll be okay, pretty much. So, we're gonna go ahead and put him in slot 1 here. I want to keep those rainbow orbs, but I want to give him 24 keys, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll give you guys this, and then we'll give you this. So let's go ahead and see how he performs. He gets hit right away. Okay, it's not a good start, but I mean, it's fine. Gets a dodge there, 8.8 million damage. Since he did get a dodge before attacking, he does have a guaranteed additional here, even at 55%. So there it is. And then Yeah, so this should be the only additional he gets, unless this is the friend, which I think this friend is link leveled and he has some what's it called? He has some equips on him, so he could additional as well. So just to talk about what this UI Goku can do while we're watching his other units. So he gets the intro when there's one other Universal Saga category ally on the team. And then he gets key 4 attacking defense 77% for 7 turns, and then an additional attacking defense 77% for 4 turns. He gets key 7 attacking defense 200% at the start of the turn. He has baseline 70% chance to dodge, 70% chance to crit. He reduces damage base by 15%, and then for the very first hit he'll take, he'll reduce it by an additional 35. So basically the very first hit he takes, he will reduce the damage by 50%. And then after he takes the first hit, he will lose, the 35% damage reduction, but then he will get guard for the rest of the turn. And then he gets a guaranteed additional super if he dodges an attack during the turn. And then if you put him in slot 2 or 3, he has an additional that has a high chance to be a super. So like we could put AGL UI here in the front because he does have guaranteed dodge on this turn, and then UI in the middle will have a 70% chance additional. But if we put him in slot 1, he will have a guaranteed super as long as he dodges, which in this base form right here, he has a 70% chance to dodge, which is, I feel like that is the baseline to be good. He is getting hit though, so like that is definitely not a good sign. Like if we have that happen during SDR Gogeta's phase, that's definitely not going to be a good thing. But again, at the very least, he does reduce the damage on that very first hit by 50%. That is one good thing here. Wow, we did not get the greatest rotations on this team. Man, I'm mainly saying that because like we want this guy to build up his revive, and then we wanted Beast to not get floated off. But it seems like we're doing both this fight. So I mean, oh well. We'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll go ahead and do that. And then I guess one last big thing about this UI, getting hit again. That's not a good sign. So on his super attack effect, on his 18 key, he greatly raises attack for 1 turn, he just raises defense by 1 turn, and then he raises all allies defense by 30% for 1 turn. So him doing that 18 key right there gave defense to the other 2 units, and then on the 12 key, he raises attack by 1 turn, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, and then he raises all allies attack for 1 turn. So he gave everybody basically on this turn a buff for 1 turn, both attack and defense. So that is one nice thing is, he is built to be a slot 1 unit, and you putting him in slot 1 is giving all these other units buffs. So it kind of works hand in hand, which is really, really nice. Lastly, again, his transformation is a domain, creates the domain Shining World of Void. All superclass allies gain 4 key for 3 turns, able to be used for the 5th turn from first appearance. The domain effect is that superclass allies and enemies get buffed by attacking defense 15%. So technically, his domain here is going to make Gogeta hit harder, I think, which is kind of scary, but we'll roll with it. I think... Do I want to float AGL UI here? I'm honestly tempted to float the tech UI here, if anything. I kind of want to do this on this rotation. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And then we'll go ahead and I'll toss out AGL UI's active just to do some damage here, and then we'll let the rest play out normally. So we'll go ahead and do this, go ahead and do that, and then we'll just do this for you. Okay. So, and then also he does, this is the best thing about his domain, is he disables enemy evasion canceling effects. So any fight that normally disables dodge, a few I can think of, like, I don't know if the newest fights do, they might, I'm not really sure, but I know like the Beerus fight, the red zone Beerus, that when he has his dome, like his effect up, his, I think it's called attack skill up, he does disable dodge. So that is nice to have. And then he does also give an extra 15% attack for allies who belong to Realm of Gods. So basically, AGLUI, Evo Vegeta, Evo Ken, what's it called, Physical Gogeta, all those units are getting a 30% attack buff from his domain, which his domain is technically like an active skill buff, so just keep that in mind. Like, he is buffing units by a significant margin. Okay, so let's go ahead and transform here. I'm gonna play Gogeta's transformation first, and then we'll play UI Goku's transformation second. So let's go ahead and watch this. Man, this guy's animations are so cool in my opinion. So just go ahead and talk about UI Goku real quick here before we start the turn. Just a few things to note. So on this turn right here, he has guaranteed dodge. Okay, he has extra attack, extra ki, guaranteed dodge, and then he also gives everybody on this turn 10% chance to dodge for just for this turn. And he gets Key 3, chance to perform a crit, chance to dodge as well. Chance to dodge enemy attacks 20% per attack performed. He counters when dodging. This is like, I think this is the first unit that counters normals with dodging, because like technically you used to be able to dodge and counter super attacks, but this is the first unit I think that counters with dodging. He still has the damage reduction from base, but now it's he has 20% damage reduction base, and then he has 40% for the first attack. After he takes the first attack, he'll get guard. He gets additional attack and chance to form a crit, and chance to dodge 20% if your HP is 50% or below, which I don't think you're ever gonna be at that with this team personally. I could be wrong. And then in this mastered form, he gets the additional super just for being at 24 ki. So max amount of supers this guy can do is 3, but keep in mind he is countering every single normal that gets thrown at him, especially this turn right here, because you know, this turn we have guaranteed dodging. So we're gonna go ahead and I mean, we're most likely gonna kill him this turn, but as we can see right here, yep, he just dodges. Bada bing, bada boom. Get out of here. Now obviously, these first couple counters are probably not going to hit that hard because he's building up his crit chance, and it's going to hit even, like, they'll hit even harder after he super attacks as well. Now while he is supering, let's go ahead and talk about what he's doing. So on his 18 ki especially, very important, he gets 50% attack and defense, and then he's giving all allies 59% attack and defense for one turn. That is a massive super attack buff that he's giving to everybody. And then on his 12 ki, he just gets another 50% attack and defense. So yeah, look at that counter damage post. And then look at these guys' damage, 26 mil. And that's because, like, again, his domain is giving them 30% attack and defense, plus his super attack effect just gave them a buff too. Keep in mind, these guys can super 5 times, I think, with their rainbow orbs, and then, you know, they have guaranteed crits if you get them to 24 ki. So, like, when this guy's domain goes up, it's just, I'm pretty sure everything just dies, because, like, what can really, like, live? Like, I would like to not kill Gogeta this turn, but I kind of don't think there's a way to not do that, you know? Like, I guess if I don't use Beast as active here and I don't go too crazy, I could. Here, let's try something. Actually, I am going to use Beast Gohan's active skill because if he gets supered by Gogeta, Gogeta will just seal him, which is kind of what I want. So we'll go ahead, like, I just won't give you guys 24 key. I'm just going to give you guys, like, base key, and then you're probably going to get sealed, so I don't even have to worry about you getting super attack off. Yeah, because I kind of want to live through this turn just so we can get more turns of, what's it called, UI Goku, but yeah, so this Evo Vegeta right here, he's not built up, like, I think, at all, and he's already at 19 mil, like, attack stat. Like, that just goes to show you how stupid the domain buff is from this Gogeta. Also, this team, there's another variant of this team, like, just running straight up Universe 7 on the team, because we can get, what's their face, Team Universe 7 LR, the Just Easy 8, they also have, like, shenanigans where they give, 2-turn buffs on their super attack effects. So between them being on this team, plus having, UI Goku's domain up and stuff like that, there's just so many buffs going around to these units that are already, like, UI Goku, Evo Vegeta, Evo Kaioken, like, they're already, like, top 5, top 10 units in the game, and now they're getting juiced by this team so much. Yeah, so, yeah, we're definitely not going to kill this turn, because, like, Gohan's normals here are going to hit pretty hard, but they're not going to be enough to kill. I was actually kind of hoping we'd go, like, below 50% HP here, but we're, like, slightly above it. Alright, so, what do we have? We have 6 out of 7 here? Yeah, so let's do this. So, UI Goku here got a little bit of build up from the first turn. Let's just go ahead and, like, I guess there is a realm here where we fail to dodge and UI Goku just dies. There is a realm of that happening, but we shall see. Because he only has the guaranteed dodge for the first turn. Okay, alright. Doing good so far. A little bit of counter damage, you know. Again, once he builds up his crit chance, like, he's gonna crit on all these normals, because he's gonna have a 77% chance to crit. As for, like, how you build this guy, I really don't know, honestly, because, like, he has so much crit from his passive, so, like, I generally don't think going crit is the right way. Like, although it's, like, you know, the normal basis is, like, oh, hey, if it's a counter unit, you want to go full crit, because, you know, you want to crit on all the normals, obviously. But, like, this guy has so much crit from his passive that I generally don't think giving him crit on... Oh, there you go, he just got hit. Well, we're dodging the super. Yep. Yeah, you thought you were doing something, Gogeta? Get out of here. Yoink. That's so funny. Like, probably one of the hardest hitting supers, and he just gets tossed to the side. What was I saying? Yeah, he has so much crit in his passive that I generally don't think going crit is the right way. But then, like, additionals, like, they do help him, especially in base, because he does give, in base, like, I think it's only, attack for allies, but he does get 50% defense in base. So, like, additionals would be nice for him as well, at the same time. Oh, wait, let me mute the game audio before we get out of here, because, Limit Break Survivor will start playing. The defense will... Why am I struggling to talk right now? This always happens when I'm trying to do showcases. I cannot talk for the life of me. Additionals will help him get extra defense and then buff allies by 30% attack. But I think even with that defense, it's not like that's going to make him survive if he doesn't dodge. Like, this guy's main dodging is his main defensive utility. Like, if he doesn't dodge, sure, that very first hit, you might be able to like kind of live it because he has the damage reduction, and then like after that he will have the guard, but his defense is not really getting that high to the point where with the guard and the damage reduction like he's gonna live. So obviously you want him to dodge. That's like strictly what you want him to do. And then in Ultra Instinct form, he gets extra stats on his 12 key, but all he does is disable enemy guard. So I don't know. Like I think, as funny as it may sound, because I know a lot of people kind of I know Truth does this on like all the UIs. He gives them like full dodge, and people kind of clown him because it's like, oh, the unit already has 70% chance to dodge. Why do you want to dodge? Why do you want more dodge? Not saying go full dodge on this guy, but I'm saying like a mix of additional, like I think crit you can literally keep that at 5, just the base 5 that you get, just keep it at that. And then I think going like additional and dodge, like basically I would kind of replicate what I have on Gogeta here. Like I have like 18 additional and then 20 dodge. Given Gogeta is kind of a bit of a different unit where he is super effective in his base form, and then when you go to blue, he is still super effective, but if he dodges, I think 5 attacks, he gets guaranteed crits, so that's why I gave him like no crit at all pretty much. But I think I would still follow like a similar format if I don't know if I will pull dupes of UI Goku. I'm not planning on it right now, but if I were to pull them in the future, that's probably what I would do. Is I would do a mix of additional and dodge for him. So I think that's it for me. I don't want to. I think I want to go get this guy link leveled before I make like another video about him or use him in a different video. I think what I'll probably do is I'll go get him link leveled. I do want to record a video on quote unquote Dokkanfest Dispo, just because I've been seeing people calling him at Dokkanfest level, and I just want to see it for myself. And then after that, I might record the last 2 stages of the Supreme Battle Spectacle with this guy and just see, because I've heard that that last stage against Evo Vegeta and Evo Kaioken is the hardest stage in the game, so I want to see how he holds up during that fight. Although I think I've heard that fight disables dodge, so I'm not really sure how useful UI Goku will be, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Nonetheless, let me know what you guys think of the video, and I'll go ahead and see y'all in the next one. Peace.